Welcome everybody to East versus West. Movement in a referee's grip is a warning, not a foul. Those are the primary differences, and all slips go to a strap versus there being an intentional slip call. So those are the big differences that you'll see. Otherwise, competitors will come to the table. They've got 30 seconds to get their grip. If they cannot agree on a grip, we'll put them into a referee's grip. Once it goes into a referee's grip, it stays into a referee's grip for the rest of the match. So once it goes there, it stays there. You pin your opponent by bringing their wrist line to fingertips, either to the pad or below the level of the pin pad. And throughout all of that, we're watching for elbow fouls and shoulder fouls and all of those types of things as well. And we hope to have a fantastic event today. Safe, fun, everybody has a great time. So thank you for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referees. To everybody watching around the world, at home on YouTube, and to our live crowd here, we're about to start East versus West 21. And this is our preliminary section of matches. Free on YouTube today. Remember, if you buy the annual pass for 2026, you will get today's East versus West 21 event completely free. Ladies and gents, let's get this show on the road and welcome our first two athletes now, making their way to the arm wrestling table, starting with this man. He is just 16 years of age, and he is hailing from and representing his home nation of South Africa, where he is a rising star and a junior national champion. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Borman!
Can I have this?
Ladies and gentlemen, you find Borman of South Africa, our first athlete. And he waits for the introduction of this man. His opponent hails from and is representing the Ottawa High Hookers in Canada. He is a multiple national champion. Please raise it up for Pork Chop, Curtis Camara!
Borman, Curtis Cameron, both competed yesterday in EVW tournament. Both did amazingly well and competed in different weight classes. Borman at 115 kilos, Curtis at 105 kilos. So we made this super match. Don't mind the pictures on top. They are misleading.
Ladies and gentlemen across the world, welcome here to Atlantic City. There are a few ways to get on the main stage, Coach Ray. One of those ways is to be an absolute beast at the tournament the day before, and the young man, huge spark yesterday, was running through everyone. Had absolutely no problem in his class. Now, the guy he's arm wrestling had a tough time in his class.
Very tough time.
Huge bracket for Curtis Cameron, one of the captains I hear up there at the Ottawa High Hookers. Let's see if Devin Laird in that camp can get Curtis Cameron going early and often here. The young man is very impressive.
The young man from South Africa just turned 17. Absolutely amazing performance yesterday. Goes with the signature press of the Borman family. I'm waiting for the first go.
No, stop. One warning, moving in the referee's grip.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting a good test out there of what's happening. In this first minute, these two guys understand that leverage and timing is the #1 game. Listen in. They're both trying to get the best grip possible.
Set your shoulder, just the center here. Here, this way.
Curtis Cameron, known for his signature hook and inside pulling. Young Borman does absolutely the same, just enters it with a press. Let's see where this match goes when the hands get closed. Cristo Del Jaco, the head referee of this match.
Rotate a little bit, rotate.
It's getting closed.
I'm not moving.
Stop. No.
How's that being?
Oh, coincidental then.
So coincidental movement in referee's grip. Young Borman said that Curtis Cameron is cupping his hand, denying him a good entry and taking the fairness away from the start.
Okay. Don't move your shoulder. Again, this center is here. Shoulder, straight your shoulder. Don't move your shoulder.
The question is what happens when this match stops. Yesterday no one really stopped Young Borman. Waiting for the go.
Go!
And here we are inside. Wow. This is insane. Curtis Cameron, everyone knows, arguably #2 puller in Canada, in a deep match right now. The one in defensive position, and Curtis Cameron takes the first pin.
Outstanding job, Curtis Cameron. Put him in the hook. The young man looked so dominant yesterday, but on the main stage here today, Curtis Cameron looking like a grown man up there, Coach Ray.
Absolutely. Dewan, just 17 years old, and just ability to stop Curtis Cameron is really, really impressive. We can see both brothers there talking. The potential in that family is just an absolute high.
No doubt. Older brother, already a rising star here at East vs. West. And now, here this guy comes in. What a trip to come to Atlantic City, USA, and be on the main stage here at East vs. West at the tender age. I don't even know if this guy's got a driver's license yet, and he is on the main stage here at East vs. West. What an outstanding start to a beautiful young career.
Started as a crazy dream, as a trip, as a dream to get on EVW stage. He did it yesterday. He is here today. He's one pin away and one pin behind. Let's see if he can switch it around and do something different with Curtis Cameron in round #2.
Coach Ray, I am the commentator, not the coach, right? If I was the coach, we got to go into the bag of tricks here. Can the young man, first of all, explore the set grip? Can he find a way to change the connection, maybe even get to those straps, dare I say it? But listen, when you get a grip with a grown man and he puts you in a hook, hold you there for 10 seconds, it could easily start repeating itself. This round, 2, the best 3 out of 5 right-handed, and I know the young man is the story here, but the more I look at how jacked Curtis Cameron is here, it becomes absolutely obvious that the Ottawa High Hookers are about to go crazy in this building.
It's getting closed, round #2.
Don't move. Go!
Again, we're in a close circuit attack. And much easier pin. So here we can see the difference in the length of forearms. Young Duan has much longer forearms, so he has to come down to match the webbing, as Curtis can stay more vertical, so he has better leverage to put his inside game in. You can see here, he just drives in sideways, puts his shoulder behind, and then even top rolls a little bit. I would try, maybe explore a top roll option. Attack the hand. We saw some success from pullers in the category versus at 105 kilos that did very well versus Curtis. So let's see if Duan actually has an outside game.
Young man, already an unbelievable weekend here. Getting in the win column here would definitely cap it off, but make no mistake about it, you're going to find throughout the entire card here, the most important thing about arm wrestling, Coach Ray, is who are you arm wrestling here and now? How are you pulling on the day that you are pulling? I thought Curtis Cameron would be much more fatigued when I saw the 30-person bracket from yesterday. He looks fresh as a daisy. What a credit to the Ottawa High Hookers. These guys probably practiced all week on the way here.
Probably while they were in the car driving. Round number 3, Curtis Cameron leads by 2. He just needs one more pin to secure the victory on this first preliminary match. Just so you guys know, we have 3 more preliminary matches free here on YouTube. Then we're going to continue with the main card with 8 amazing main card matches. You're going to see RIEKERD Borman in 2 matches. One of them is going to take place right here on preliminary card. But right now, most important thing is, can Duan do something to stay away from the hook?
I do sense the little strategy there. You see Duan kind of backing up the hand. Christoph not playing that game. He's been refereeing here. The likes of Devin Larrett, Travis Bajan for the last 15 years. But it is cool to see the 16-year-old kid understanding that trying to get away from Cameron's hand starts with how that webbing is set up in the second round.
It's fine. You're claiming me so low, man. Look at my thumb low.
Waiting for the go.
Don't move. Go!
And too
Much
much
better,
hand control.
much better.
Get some access to the hand. An elbow foul for Curtis Cameron. Duan feels like he is in the match. Curtis cannot sleep. He has to be more aggressive to secure a little better position with the hand and not put it too much exposed like it happened right now. In the straps, I do favor the Canadian. I think if it goes to the straps, Canadian will be the favorite, but we haven't seen it yet.
So you're telling me, Coach Ray, you're going to go out on a limb and say that after the first 2 rounds of a guy hooking him and beating him, that you think that if they were tied up, the same Canadian would have the upper hand? Brilliant analysis, Coach Ray.
Yeah,
Love it.
as unexpected that is what I think.
I think it's a fact that Borman understands to stay away from the hand of Curtis Cameron. He started to try to get far outside. Didn't get as far as he wanted, but looked like he got far enough. Let's see. Does it turn in?
Oh, pretty good. He gets the hand. Gets the hand, and there's a slip.
As time goes on, Borman would appreciate that position that he was just in there and maybe let Curtis work a little bit more before winding out of there. It looks to me like they're going to be in the strap. He's going to like the connection. Will the side pressure of the grown man be too much? We will see. What a great start here to East vs. West.
Great start. This is it. Curtis knows he has to pin him right now because it will get much more difficult with each start. I just want to say how impressive this young 17-year-old is.
Nobody likes my hook, eh?
Go down, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Were you lower?
Yeah, Lou. He's coming way
Pound
up
to pound,
already.
guys.
He's got to come down. I'm sorry, I want the back of
But
the
your arm is much longer just to set up.
Yeah.
Just so we get even.
Stay pound to pound, guys.
Curtis Cameron trying to get wrist to wrist there, Coach Ray. I can see Borman has backed up the hand a little bit. There is a little bit of space between them hands. Curtis Cameron's going to be coming forward. Check not only for the hand and wrist control of the young man, but is he in a position to really initiate enough side pressure that I feel is going to be needed.
Don't move the shoulder.
Round number 3, this is it. If anything
Straight your shoulder. Don't
can
move the
happen, it
shoulder.
can happen right now, right here in round number 3. Hands are getting closed. Low hand from Dewan.
Open your thumb. Open
Curtis
Juan
gonna
showing
initiate
a
hook.
lot of technique here, Coach Ray. Maybe a flash pin from the big man would be perfect.
one warning.
doing nothing.
One warning.
One warning for
One
Curtis.
warning. You have one foul and one for warning. Be careful.
So he's high in the hand. We can see that obviously with the how uncomfortable Curtis Cameron is now. I feel the connection maybe favors the young man, Coach Ray. This place is about to go crazy if the young man can get on the board.
High this time.
High?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Don't go so high. This is maximum.
His knuckles good.
Don't move. Go!
And he's close, just feel, and he gets the pin. The side pressure was just a little bit too much.
We were so close to being in an absolute
How
breather
impressive is
there.
that young man? How impressive is that young man?
He's going to have a great career, but now it's time to celebrate the champion. Ladies and gentlemen, an outstanding weekend for Curtis Cameron. Started yesterday, 35-person
See that
class.
one more time.
Oh, my arm's sore now.
He was getting a little bit of hand, and then Curtis from inside goes on outside, and even without the wrist, finishes the match right there.
Yeah, no doubt, and you could see it too, the desperation in the Canadian's face there. What a great job. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for your champion, Curtis Cameron.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Pork Chop Curtis Cameron. Wow. I mean, you guys battled yesterday through the tournament. I can't imagine how hard that was to get through. How do you feel right now?
As you know, yesterday I pulled the 231s. I had wars with Cunningham. It wasn't an easy class to get through. I told this kid, I seen his matches. I knew he was mega, mega strong. Obviously, it shows. I knew I had to dig deep. My arm was obviously getting tired, and I'm just happy with the W. I'm officially 1 year undefeated.
So I told everybody in the introduction incorrectly that Duvan is 16 years old. He's just turned 17 years old. But either way, is that a strong kid?
That's a bad dude right there. Only up for him.
Now, let's talk.
I'm going to stick to the lighter classes.
Let's talk about you, mate. Obviously, you've been around the game for a long period of time, and you're hailing from an incredible club with massive talent. You suffered a bad injury in your debut. You're back, and you're looking incredibly strong. Who would you like to pull next year at East versus West?
I think 231 is a good class for me, and I don't really have anybody in mind at this moment because I've had just so many matches, and I've been so busy. Whoever they want to give me, I'm willing to give her.
Ladies and gentlemen, massive round of applause for your winner, Curtis Pork Chop Cameron.
Just want to thank my team, the Ottawa High Hookers, and my family back home, Stella, Josh, Holden, and Ethan. Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look at the match one more time. Borman had good success on outside game, but I think it came a little bit too late. The first round went inside. It was a nice battle there, but I think Curtis was just too much.
Yeah, taking control there, 2-0.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the next match on tonight's card, and it is a change of pace and a change of gender. We move to the ladies' class, the open weight division. On the left arm, over 80 kilograms or 176 pounds. And I'd like you to welcome now our athletes making their way to the table firstly, starting with this decorated Swedish athlete. She is a multiple and reigning Swedish national champion, a former EAF European and WAF world champion. Please raise it up and welcome Anna Grönlund. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Grönlund of Sweden waits at the table for the introduction of this well-known athlete. Regular viewers to East versus West will know her. They will love her. She hails from and is representing the great arm wrestling nation of Canada. Raise it up for Jocelyn Brisson!
Anna Grönlund, Jocelyn Brisson, left hand, open weight division, woman.
Here we go, two outstanding athletes. Anna known to work for East vs. West. We all got to see her climb from this amateur status to here finally on the main stage here at East vs. West. But what an uphill battle she has in store. We've seen Brisson on the right-hand side compete at the very tip top of this division. Let's see what this left hand open has to offer.
Very unpredictable match. We will see a lot of things from the first go where this goes. Both ladies competed in WAF Worlds. Both reached podium with their left hands. So this is a match.
Can't help but see the confidence. Actually, Brisson actually feels like she is not only ready for this match, but ready to kind of get back at it right-handed too and start climbing that ladder and really get into that top four of that right-hand class. I can see on her face, I've seen the swag all weekend. She definitely seems ready.
Wow, that was a quick attack. Takes the hand and pins on very easily.
Yeah, super strong, nice, tall, long arm there. Full hand top roll. Looking
take a
pretty
look at it one more time.
Here.
Textbook top roll. I think Anna tried to get a slip, just couldn't. Jocelyn Brisson, too strong. She is the most confident female arm wrestler I have ever met.
Yeah, definitely gets better and better every time she gets up there. Definitely early in her career had to step up to some amazing opponents right away.
Yes.
Did it with no doubt a lot of confidence, but you can see her now building. I've seen it all weekend. Super strong, ready for this Atlantic City main stage. And let's know it's round one. It's the best 3 out of 5. Anna's got, first of all, to make a better decision. If she's going to go to the straps, you got to commit to getting to the straps. Will it be a different match there? That was a big full hand top roll there. Doesn't look good, but hey, Coach, we've seen you come back from way worse first round losses.
Let's see if she studied the tape.
Same level. Don't go high.
I think for Anna it is get to the straps, work on that hand, do some damage.
You first now.
Let's see if she missed a go on the first one, wasn't uncomfortable. She can get into this match. Round number 2, waiting for the go.
Yes,
One warning for Anna.
I can feel it. I'm taking it. No problem. I haven't moved my elbow.
I seen Anna Grönlund top roll press. She can do a lot of different things, can change directions.
Needs to be super aggressive. Whichever tactic you choose, go crazy hard at it, Coach Ray.
Jocelyn looks so confident.
This is the maximum, okay?
I can't even see my knuckle.
I see it. Don't move. Go!
And we have a slip.
Much better by Anna. Much better. We've seen it in the past before. Completely different arm wrestlers. Once that strap is applied here, this room will go crazy here. It'll be the first kind of bullets fired here if Anna can get in that strap and to have some resistance, start bleeding out. Because listen, out of the straps, tall first round, pretty dominant by Jocelyn Brisson.
Absolutely. This is the second preliminaries match that is free on YouTube. We have 2 more matches coming up, and it will be left-handed, just like this one. Jason Merlo versus Shterengas, and the main event of the prelims, RIEKERD Borman versus the Schoolboy. So that is coming up in a minute, and it's going to be free on YouTube right here for everyone else to get the main card with the rest of 8 amazing matchups we have later. Get your pay-per-views. Go to live.evwsports.com and get your pay-per-views. Round number 2, strap has been applied, hands are getting closed. First Jocelyn, now Anna, and okay, coincidental movement for both ladies. Anna has 1 warning, no fouls. She just needs to get into this match versus very powerful Canadian.
Don't move your shoulder.
Great setup there from Brisson. Once again, showing great poise and confidence here. Let's see if Anna can do anything in the straps.
Thank you. And she's also loading.
1 warning, movement, referee's grip.
Okay, 1 warning for Jocelyn Brisson.
Good sign for Anna there. Whenever you see movement in the first person that's closed, you can tell that it's a great connection there and not 100% comfortable. Always leads to the pronation foul.
Don't move your shoulder. Don't cover this knuckle, okay?
This time Anna gets closed first.
She's covering my knuckle.
This is the way.
Hands
Don't
getting
move.
closed.
Go!
Again, Jocelyn Brisson, just too much. I feel she's so dominant in the hand, in the back pressure.
And you still see how aggressive she was, which did tell you that she didn't love the connection there. But just like normal, man, the stronger person usually prevails in that straps, especially the first time they are applied. Not looking good for Anna here. Really going to have to dig down and try to find some way to slow this match down. But it seems to me like she's not going to get too much kindness up there from Jocelyn Brisson there. She's been pretty dominant, aggressive since she hit the main stage here at East vs. West.
Yeah, and she's been the most active female arm wrestler this year. This is her 4th appearance on East vs. West stage, and she wants to end the year with a big win over Anna Grönlund. We're going to go into round number 3 in about 50 seconds. Let's see if Anna can do anything.
I got to tell you, man, the coaching style up here from Jocelyn Brisson, I'm learning some stuff there. There must be some real secrets being had
30
there.
seconds till next round.
I wonder if that coach is available for your match, Coach Ray, next month. We'll see if we can get him in there.
Round
Here we
number
go.
3.
Round number 3, open weight class, left-handed ladies division, 2-0. Right now, all over this is Jocelyn Brisson showing her skill level here at East vs. West. And listen, I know she's inching for redemption. 1 step in a positive direction here. If she can get out of here, 3-0.
Hands getting closed.
Don't move. Go!
And Jocelyn, I would think. I was a pin from what I was looking.
Let's see if there's any way these 2 referees can go over there and convince each other that that was not a win.
Yeah. Maybe it was an ascent there. That's what we didn't see, but I would love to see what referees.
I'm sure.
Okay, I guess the referees went back to take a look at the video. they don't want to make any mistakes there. But from where I was sitting,
take an opportunity here to say East vs. West has put on an outstanding event. Everything looks terrific here at Harrah's. East vs. West really nailing down the production here. Outstanding event. Now we see the referees right off to the side of the stage, able to take a look at any replay really quick. And we will get a verdict momentarily.
That's irrelevant.
so this is the second preliminary match that is free on YouTube. After this, we're going to continue with Jason Merlo versus Mayan Shterengas, live hand battle. And then the main event of the prelims, Schoolboy versus RIEKERD Borman.
Even if she got the pin there, what's it matter? Right? It means nothing.
I would love one. If you have an extra, that'd be great. I don't know. She asked me to put some up. Thank you, sir. What do you mean mistake?
Okay, let's see what is the call from referees. Winner?
Whoa, whoa. Hey,
wow.
Sometimes you really have
so
to be careful.
we can explain this. So
yes, we can.
The pin happened on Anna's side of the table. So you can pin only your opponent on your side of the table. Even if your hand is on top and you go under on your opponent's side, you lose. And that's what happened. 2-1. Very unexpected. That was an unexpected turn of events.
And, you know, from our camera angle, let's be honest here, we do not have the overhead camera to our availability, but let's just make sure that you guys at home understand that table has a middle right across the...
You can pin your opponent only on your side of the table.
And the deception there is the hand being on top of the opponent, but keep in mind, you can pin people with your hand underneath. We see Camille and Jerry doing this on a religious basis. So just because you have hand position, you also must be on your side of the table. Simple remedy there. If you get in that position, maybe just let go there before it crosses that center line. Put the strap on and we'll see it. But make no mistake about it. Let's see, the Swede is on the board, like it or not, with her first win here. Let's see if that ignites some amazing comeback or really just really showed Jocelyn much smarter there. Hand and wrist position still in favor of Jocelyn there, but definitely didn't move as far.
I'm asking for a riser. I would think it's going to be initiated by the press. There's going to be a press. She can get a shoulder behind. Imagine how incredible this would be if she makes a comeback.
Yes. Open, relax.
Jocelyn Brisson still looking confident as she was in round number 1. And the Grönlund keeping this match alive. From where we were sitting, we didn't know that it went on Anna's side of the table, so she got the pin. 2-1.
Good. Stop raising. Pound to pound. Yes.
Referee's job there to line up the webbing between the index finger and knuckle. Make sure it's even and in the middle of the table. We are in the referee's grip, which means the referee will take care of when and where the thumbs are set down and the fingers are applied. Here we go. 2-1 in favor of Jocelyn Brisson. With round 3 going to Anna here, and we got a much slower top roll, but ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Jocelyn Brisson, very dominant job.
Jocelyn Brisson, I felt like she was in control the whole match. She was the stronger armister.
And there's the yell, the relief here, back on track there. Nothing better than a super match win, ladies and gentlemen. Jocelyn Brisson handling her business.
One more time, let's take a look around number 1. Textbook top roll. Jocelyn Brisson. Then we go to the strap on round number 2. And still in the strap. Amazing attack. Let's see
Got a
round
little
number 3.
crazy.
One more time, round number 3. Okay, this was round number 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with an absolutely over the moon Jocelyn Brisson. Little smile on your face. Anybody think you were happy?
I told you the paper crown was mine.
Now, Jocelyn, I know there was a lot of nerves, there's a lot of tension coming in here. And over the week, it's been interesting speaking to you because you told me you were doubting yourself quite a lot. You seem to be wrestling with a lot of emotion there. I think you needed that.
I needed to end this year on a high, and that's what I came here, that's what I did. Everybody underestimates me as a person, thinking I'm a one-hit wonder, and you know what? I may have a 2-2 at East versus West, but I'm here to stay.
Now, obviously it's difficult for the ladies of your caliber, as indeed for the men of the elite level, because there just isn't enough opportunity to arm wrestling out there. That you're in a very, very rare air. I know that you've pulled 2 of the absolute all-time greats in the sport, and you're still relatively young. What is your aspiration going forward? Do you want to go to the drawing board, do more homework? Where do you see yourself going forward? Who would you like to pull next?
I don't know that I have somebody particular in mind, but what I do know is that I am in need of more training for sure, and I know that. For those of you who don't know, I'm somebody who lacks table time because of my geographic location, and so most of my training comes from my time in the gym. That does put me at a slight disadvantage, but it's something that I'm working on changing and, you know, creating the odyssey of travel to go find those people that can teach me more.
Now, you made a good point there, because I spoke to you this week and I wasn't aware. I asked you how many times a week you get on the table, and your answer was?
0.
0 time. And that is just because there's nobody there for you to arm wrestle.
No, that's because some men have small egos.
So makes it extremely challenging, and Courtney sat on the front row here, he's in the same boat. But it's lovely to see you guys coming into the sport from other strength disciplines and doing so well. And tonight, I thought you performed exceptionally. You must be really happy.
I am over the moon. I'm going to go have a drink now.
Ladies and gentlemen, show your love and rev it up for Jocelyn Brisson! We move on to the next match on tonight's card, ladies and gentlemen, and it is in the men's middleweight division to be contested over 5 rounds of professional arm wrestling here at East versus West 21, Atlantic City. I'd like you to welcome these 2 men now, making their way to the stage for their debut within this promotion. The first of these men, only in his early 20s, he has burst onto the scene and is a real rising star, and the first man ever from his home nation of Israel, where he is a national champion, to grace the stage here at East versus West. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mayan Shterengas! Ladies and gentlemen, Mayan Shterengas in the house. His first time out at East versus West. And he will face a vastly more experienced arm wrestler who is oak-aged. This man is a multiple U.S. national champion and is known for his technical guile and style. Atlantic City, welcome the local boy. Here's the fine wine, Jason Merlo.
Much better.
Here we go. Mayan Shterengas versus Jason Merlo. A battle of two very, very good, promising up-and-comers, left-handed. Mayan from Israel. Jason from right local, right over here.
You got this?
Mayan immediately insistent on that cup. The strength of Mayan in his hand is just unbelievable.
Both these guys, hand control specialists. Jason Merlo has been ripping it up. 8 or 9 years he's been in the sport.
Just about. Mayan's just over 3 now.
I tell you, the first time I pulled this guy in practice, the very first time within 5 minutes, I was calling the league, telling them how incredible this guy is. Mayan Shterengas, am I saying that right?
You said it perfect. There you go.
All the way from Israel. This is the first time an Israeli has been in the league, and I know just from training with this guy, he is absolutely focused on the victory.
Go!
Oh, wow! Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Way too foul on Mayan. But you can see it, dominant performance. Like we were saying, his cup is just off the charts.
So he...
Start for Mayan Shterengas, guys. Unbelievable start. He's a twitchy individual. He made it count.
His webbing is too high. We are really good on webbing. Shoulder in, Jason. Don't move. Shoulder in. Don't move.
Wonderful start from Mayan. Very, very textbook move. Very clean. Cupped him in. Setting the grip.
Stop. Carving. Movement in referee's grip. One warning.
No movement allowed in the referee's grip.
One warning. Don't foul. One foul. Do not foul out of this match.
Mayan's got to calm down a little bit. Make sure he doesn't foul out.
Don't
watch his elbow.
Move. Don't move. Go!
Oh, a much better start from Jason Merlo.
Foul for Mayan Shterengas. Win for Jason Merlo.
Is that
Not
a win?
a great
No,
start.
hold
That's
on,
a win.
hold on. That's a win. Wow.
He's got to stay calm, make sure his elbow stays on the pad because he can't be fouling out.
Much better start from Jason Merlo, hitting that top roll with cup intact. Had very good hand control on that second start. I have to wonder what advice the Grippler is giving our young champion in the corner there. Looks like he's wanting to kind of get the match inside maybe a little bit. I personally hate losing without a strap on my hand. We'll see if this match gets there, but quite a battle of the hands at this point.
Yeah, most definitely. The ability of Mayan to bend his wrist really is not to be overstated. He can get that thing bent on almost anybody. So the fact that Jason was able to slightly prevent that in the last round is very telling of how this match is going to go. Mayan's got to get that wrist bent.
A very high level entry match. This is the level of welcome to the East versus West that we're talking about. Jason Merlo representing North America, the #1 fisherman in the league, Jason Merlo. He said that a lot of his wrist strength comes from hauling fish out of the ocean on the daily.
I don't. See how you're doing this? Stop that. Flatten out. Bring that in.
Both men really fighting for that setup. Really important, whoever gets that wrist either bent or flattened.
The key to hand control is finding the other person's fingers. Both of these guys are using an outside hand control technique style, it seems.
Don't move. Go!
Oh, there we go. Oh, not quite. We go to the strap.
Good bail by Mayan.
Into the strap we go. Now the truth will all come out. Everything will come out. Jason Merlo looking extremely in control, staring him down. Eye contact remains.
Jason's hands seem to have maybe been too much outside of strap, but the strap will tell no lies.
Good. Thank you.
Welcome to the big leagues, Mayan. 1-0 for Jason Merlo. Strap being applied.
When you tighten it, pull it toward me. I know. Thank you.
If there is a good side of the strap, and I know that Todd Hutchings might disagree, but I would think that this is a great position for Mayan have the buckle on Jason's hand.
I need both of you to move this way towards
This round will be very telling. If Merlo can achieve hand control once again in a strap, I don't know that there's a lot of adjustment that can happen.
Here we go.
Go!
Oh, wow. We are tied up. We are tied up.
Much better from Mayan there. The strap gave him the power he needed. Jason could not escape the hand of Mayan Shterengas.
Grippler giving him all the tips right through. Oh, not once but twice.
Smoking top roll
Yes.
right into the hand, using all that bicep power, and Jason could not access the fingers like he did outside of the strap.
Perfect control. So both these guys have had their wrists taken one time. Jason took Mayan's outside of the strap, forced him to slip underneath. They got tied up. Changes everything. The strap is the game. This is the game. I imagine that it will go there probably every round after this.
Yeah, Mayan for sure is going to want to slip every round after this because in the strap, that's just where he had the most success. So anything other than that would be foolhardy. Mayan getting a massage by Ian Carnegie, the one, the only.
Getting that blood out of the forearms in between rounds is super important. That rub down.
Jason's got to come up with a new plan here. He has to access the fingers somehow.
Home crowd advantage, Jason Merlo. I think he lives just right up the street.
Again, right to the ref's grip. Mayan needs to get that strap or maybe try something new. Because outside of strap, he did not have much success.
Move. Don't move. Go!
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah. That is going to be the answer all day. It seems like outside of the strap, Jason Merlo's hand and wrist looking very solid. See if he can turn it around. See if he can chip away, continue to do damage.
A foul on Mayan there. They didn't quite make the strap.
Oh, didn't quite make the strap. Interesting.
Lifted his elbow before he got the slip out.
Interesting.
Don't move. Don't move. Go!
That looks
There we
cleaner.
go. Much cleaner.
But very good hand control from Jason Merlo. Very good hand control. In no way was Mayan's hand holding up in that position. But this is why we have the strap. All the arm wrestlers out there, if you want to get into serious arm wrestling, you want to get into competitive arm wrestling, understand the rules. All slips go to straps. If you can escape your opponent, you will get the strap. Practice in the strap.
Yep. Still low?
1-1.
Same.
Round 3.
Good?
Yeah, that's good.
Good?
Is this match being taken place? This is 85 kilo, yeah?
Yes.
85 kilo. You have to thank world title in 85 kilo. The champion is Oleg Zak on the left. David Samusha on the right. This is the category in which we are fighting. Both these guys thinking, one day could I be in front of Oleg Zak?
Turn out with me here for a second. Come down a little bit, Jason. Close your thumbs. Don't move. Don't.
Here we go, closing the hands.
Go!
Oh, great start.
Wow.
Too much. Mayan Shterengas,
Okay.
too much.
He is one win away from his debut here at East versus West. Jason Merlo has got to find some kind of an answer before he gets tied up. He's got to do some kind of a exploding hand technique or something. It seems as if once they get in the strap, Mayan just so fundamentally strong, withstanding the hit, dragging him out, compromising the hand and wrist.
The weights Mayan Shterengas is putting up is just insane. The lifts he can do, his cupping, his bicep, in the straps, that's just not a guy you want to be tied to. He's so dangerous. He's so connected. Jason needs to, like you were saying, maybe exploding hand technique, try something outside of strap because it's just not working once they're tied.
Getting coached by Storm Chelino over there in the corner, working on Jason Merlo's arm. Some kind of an adjustment will be required to beat this first appearance here from Mayan, Israeli national champion, the #1 left-handed arm wrestler in Israel.
Yeah, not even just in this class, in the open weight. That just shows how incredible this guy is. And only 3 years in the sport, this guy has a very promising future.
A lot of people don't understand the raw strength of Mayan. You look at him and you think, yep, sure, he's a strong guy. what I've witnessed myself, Mayan doing, what I've seen him do in the clubs, wherever he showed up, it's a very unique level of strength, which not too many people anticipate. He's one win away. You have to think Jason's going to try to get something done here a little bit different outside of the strap.
Don't move. Don't move.
Jason much lower hand this time.
Don't move. Go!
No answer. Okay, once again.
I think they're calling a coincidental on that one.
Yeah.
Both men lifting their elbows before the slip.
Yeah, really going to have to sell that slip, I think. Outside of the straps, it's so interesting how that works, how the hand can be dominant outside of the straps, and then inside, everything changes.
Don't move. Don't move. Go!
Oh,
foul.
Interesting. We are going to be down. Oh, we're at one foul. This is our first foul. Am I? Okay.
There was a coincidental on the first one. This is the
Right.
first real foul called.
Here we go. If you want to get the straps, you have to do it without fouling.
Oh, and he's holding on. He's not letting him escape.
He's good, I think. Climbing out that half slip position.
That's a tough spot to hold on to. Holding on to that half slip when a guy's really trying to escape, it's just, it's very inefficient. So
Referees are discussing. It looked like a clean slip to me. Discussing if there potentially was a straps.
They're calling it straps.
Yeah, wonderful. We are going to the straps in this fourth round and a best of 5. Mayan one win away from victory here in his debut performance at East versus West.
Mayan with a good side of the strap to finish it all off potentially. He's got to keep that elbow down though. He's got one foul already on the board. He needs to be able to secure this without taking another one.
What I love so much about this match is we have 2 very strong new competitors in the 85 kilo division. Both of these guys are very interesting additions with high ambitions going into this class.
Spending time with Mayan, talking to him, he's already talking about the top. He's already talking about going right for the best guys. This guy is not dreaming little.
Yeah, he's given us his next 3 matches. He's already seeing his way all the way to the title. We'll see. This is not done. It's been very good. We'll see if he's got an answer to turn it around, but they're all tied up, and this could be the deciding round potentially. We are going to start this thing up. Get ready.
Here we go.
Go!
Oh,
huge hit!
Wow.
Huge hit from
And
Mayan.
there we have it. We have witnessed the debut performance of a future champion in Mayan Shterengas from Israel. Incredible match, incredible debut performance. Dominant.
Dominant victory. Once he got that strap, that was just too much hand control.
Great hand control against someone who has the best hand control in North America.
Mayan looking diesel in that match. That's putting a statement on that division right there. So
Yeah.
now he has officially put his stamp on North America. From there, who knows? Next to the world, I guess.
I'd be thinking Kirsten Prodigy. I'd be thinking David Samusha. I'd be thinking, in the end, I mean, he's got to be thinking about Oleg Zak.
Of course, he wants to go all the way. I mean, who wouldn't?
An unbelievable obstacle in the 85 kilogram division. Young Mayan Shterengas putting a stamp, placing a mark on the 85 kilo division left arm for the world to see. Wonderful opening performance.
You saw Mayan talking about how he wanted to show off some of his technique here, and I think that was done. His ability to slip, get the strap, the adjustments he made. He is a complete arm wrestler.
Wonderful performance.
I'm here with the winner, Mayan Shterengas. Guys, make some noise for Mayan. You're an absolute force of nature. You just beat #1 North American. But the first round, you got yourself a little bit worried. Outside the strap, he was more difficult than you expected?
Outside of straps, yes, he was more difficult. His hand control is amazing. I guess the straps is the way to go against him. Man, this is amazing. I don't know. Like, thank you so much for everybody. You know, I just have to say that Because I'm from Israel, this match, this win was promised to me 3,000 years ago, so...
Man, listen, you had an amazing year, ending year like this. It's been absolute a journey, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Listen, making your debut on EVW, you want to climb the ladder. You said at some point you would love to challenge Oleg Jacques, but maybe one step at a time. What's next for you? Who do you want?
I don't know, Barbora maybe? No. Well, I'll talk with the organizers. We'll see how it goes. I really don't have anyone in mind right now, but this is just the beginning. Just as that's the beginning.
Man, Mayan Shterengas, one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move to the next match on tonight's card, and it is in the men's super heavyweight division. The Stage Shakers are over 115 kilograms in weight. And I would like you to welcome these athletes now making their way to the stage. Firstly, this man hails from and is representing his home nation of Johannesburg, South Africa. He is a South African national champion and a rising star of the super heavyweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, Atlantic City, raise it up for RIEKERD! Borman! Ladies and gentlemen, South Africa's finest, RIEKERD Borman, waits for the introduction of his opponent. This young man has evolved in front of the watching world and is an Eastern European internet sensation. Please raise it up and welcome Schoolboy, Alexander Bazarko!
Here we go. We got RIEKERD Borman versus Schoolboy.
It's muted. Okay, I'm back.
Schoolboy, probably the most recognized arm wrestler on the planet. Everywhere I go, they say, "Do you know Schoolboy?" In this sport, RIEKERD Borman is one of the fastest rising stars. We saw what his brother Duvon did this morning. 17 years old. Arm wrestling family out of South Africa. Everyone we know in the scene has very high hopes for RIEKERD Borman. What a beautiful match we have in front of us. Two young superstars, future world champions, I believe. Both these guys 25 and under. Both these guys want this victory very much. Their first match today, left-handed. Their second one, right hand, will come later. We are about to start this 3 out of 5.
Very interesting matchup in RIEKERD's own mind. He's the favorite on right arm and Schoolboy's favorite on left arm. Let's see what happens when the referee says go. This is the last match of preliminary matches, free here on YouTube, and then we're going to go to the main card. We have 8 amazing matchups, as well as right-hand matchup between these two athletes. Right now, they're feeling each other out. I'm going to go to round number 1, referee's grip.
Okay. We are in, ladies and gentlemen, the left-handed category here, open weight. The first thing that strikes to me, the size of RIEKERD Borman. He is a big dude, and it's been 10 years almost to the day. I'm going on a United flight. The person says, "Aren't you that arm wrestler?" I said, "Yeah, Travis Bajan." He said, "Can you beat Schoolboy?" Schoolboy, a mere 15 years old at a time, but those videos were awesome. And now, 25 years old, grown man. Let's see if he can get it done.
And we go to the straps.
RIEKERD looked like he was leaning into that one a little one. Looked like he was in a dominant kind of slip position. So far as I'm aware, about 2 years ago in a skiing accident, Schoolboy has damaged his left bicep. Now fully reconstructed. He told me the other night that his left is now good. I've even heard his brother say that his left hand may even be his preferred arm at the moment, which I can't believe because his right seems much larger. But these guys, every victory matters between the two of them.
Yeah, only so many chances you get to try to climb the ranks here. This is a huge match for both parties. What I seen against Wallace Dilly, although on the right-handed side, Borman faced some adversity in his last round, and he showed a lot of grit, a lot of different ways that he can arm wrestle with the right hand. Let's see if he can do the same left-handed.
Looks like a nice high strap position.
Yeah. Hands are getting closed.
Don't close it, thumbs.
Let's see.
Don't move.
If I'm very interested, will RIEKERD try to enter with a press? Or it's going to be a top roll? Top roll.
Don't move.
From Schoolboy. Waiting for the go. Hands are getting closed. Round number one. And a top roll kick.
Right to the pad.
Schoolboy did lose his hand a little bit. RIEKERD get a little bit something on the back pressure.
But a
Let's take a look at it one more
wonderful,
time.
a wonderful follow through.
Nice hit
a
from
wonderful
Schoolboy.
follow through. Fully committing to that top row motion. The wrist did not remain intact, however, it did not need to as he pulled him across the table.
I feel like that is a signature move of Beziaco brothers. That's exactly how both of them arm wrestle. A lot of back pressure, a lot of rotation, and a hit sideways and follow up. Even if you lose the hand, you still connect your pronator and you can drag your opponent out. That's what happened. Now RIEKERD Borman needs to step it up. He understands where the threat is coming from, and let's see if he can do something about it.
RIEKERD Borman putting off a professional career in rugby to move to the sport of arm wrestling, to which now he trains full time. You have to consider that this is a 3 out of 5, and endurance may become an issue. Borman very conditioned.
I agree. Yeah. No. It's going to be referees all the time.
And you can take from both corners, there's some optimism, right? If you're in Schoolboy's corner, you're like, my man, keep the aggression crazy. The timing was good. How 100% committed he was to making sure the match finished. And if you're in Borman's corner, you're like, my man, if he hits, if you catch that thing 1 inch higher, you're going to be able to work with that position. Very interesting round one. Huge commitment from Schoolboy, but Borman's got to think that the breaks can come on eventually, hopefully, before Schoolboy gets to 3.
Small crack in the wrist in the opening rounds from Schoolboy.
Thumbs the same.
See if RIEKERD can exploit that a little bit more.
Looks like RIEKERD is going to attack the hand and try to get a little bit more of the hand exposed.
No, why?
No, we need to unstrap it. Unstrap it.
Why?
Because it's not a good strap. Redo. That's okay. Redo it. Let's go.
It was going to be redo of a strap. There was a little bit inconsistency on the strap. Let's see.
We need fingers closer. Okay?
Both these athletes setting their grip. Strap being reapplied. The buckle is on RIEKERD's hand. That may or may not be an issue in this second round. Best 3 out of 5.
It's okay now.
He needs to move. You guys told me he can't stand it.
Okay, good.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, all strapped up here and ready to go.
RIEKERD complaining that the strap is too loose and too high. He's trying to get it slightly lower on his forearm so he can get more of a feel, more of a connection. Schoolboy does not seem to be complaining. It seems like he's got the proper bite he wants in the strap.
Shoulders. Center is good.
RIEKERD Borman, Schoolboy, round number 2. Thumbs are getting close, hands are getting close. First RIEKERD, now Schoolboy.
Don't move.
Ready for the go?
Go!
And much better stuff from RIEKERD, but looks like Schoolboy is in control and takes the pin. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 8 a.m., I will be on another United flight. If any person in that airport asks me, can you beat Schoolboy? The answer is probably
Look at
no.
this. He's laughing, right? Gets the pause. What a show of dominance this was. Compromises the hand, stands up and looks and laughs at him. Discouraging moment for RIEKERD Borman. He has to commit to this match. He has to give his frame. He has to get a stop. The only answer is to go full commitment. Difficult position to be in, down 2 rounds against the most famous arm wrestler in this generation and arguably ever in Schoolboy.
I would definitely say he is the most famous arm wrestler currently.
Hurts a little bit, doesn't it, Travis?
It's a two-way sword here. It does hurt that I am not, but it hurts that you are here and me saying that he is in fact the most famous arm wrestler.
Unbelievable.
So you're in Borman's corner here, Devin. It's obvious. You look him right in the face and say, abort any hand and wrist control. It is time to commit to coming forward, inside hook and or press.
Warning.
Take your
10
pick,
seconds till
but
next round.
do not do the same thing.
A very difficult position. Really, the only 2 choices left are full King's move, outside option, which is horrible, or to bring the shoulder in. We're curious what he's going to choose, or whether he's going to try and do the same thing again.
I do not consider that a legitimate move, so I would say the 2 moves are press or hook. Stay away from that King's move, young man. You're too young.
I don't think he can set up a hook in this one. Maybe a flop wrist press just to get his shoulder behind, just to get himself in this match. They go straight away for the strap. This time the buckle is going to be on Schoolboy's hand. Maybe that will give a slight advantage to RIEKERD Borman. And he wants the strap really tight. He's complaining that it's too loose all the time.
The setup's so important. You must get the positions. The match is won and lost many times before they say go. RIEKERD Borman must have an advantage position to deal with this clearly stronger athlete in Schoolboy.
This might be the last round.
Hand control has been one-sided throughout from Schoolboy.
I will close it down, okay?
The Todd roll has been well shown round 1, full control round 2.
Don't move.
Round 3 about to start.
Don't move. Don't move. Go!
Oh, we have a little bit more of a bend. Oh, he goes for it.
Press.
This is what we're...
Schoolboy takes him out.
Well, there we have it. 3-0.
Outstanding commitment from RIEKERD Borman there. Great job there, but in the end, there can only be one. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. A phenomenal showing for Schoolboy.
And I heard him say, you're in trouble on the right. And they're up in a few more matches. You will see this on the pay-per-view. Right-handed Schoolboy and RIEKERD will face. RIEKERD says, you're in trouble right-handed, Schoolboy. We will see.
We'll take a look at the replay right away. 2 impressive-looking athletes. From the beginning, looked like Borman had a little more height there, but it was only because of how comfortable Schoolboy knew. The left-hand explosion in the first round, most likely the most unimpressive round. And then as round 2 and round 3, and then, of course, I don't know who raised Schoolboy, but yelling in a man's face like that, that's just not how I roll, Devin.
Terrible, terrible example to children out there everywhere.
Hey, guys,
Keep
make
it
some
classy.
noise for Schoolboy. You felt extremely confident and extremely comfortable in this match. How did he feel on the table?
Чувствую себя вообще хорошо. Я очень рад за свою левую руку. Была тяжелая травма, и я чувствую, что я готов к большим матчам на левой руке.
So he said he feels amazingly well on his left arm. As you can see, he suffered an injury, but now the arm is really good. And he is ready for a bigger match on the left arm versus the big boys, right? We're going to see you in action with right arm a little bit later. What can we expect there?
Ну, на правой руке, я думаю, будет сложнее. Я постараюсь сделать то же самое.
He said on the right arm, it's going to be a little bit tougher, but I will try to do my best for the same thing. One more time, Schoolboy. Guys, little announcement, 3-minute break. Everyone watching on YouTube Live, we're going to go to pay-per-view. Get your pay-per-views right now. 8 amazing matches on the main card with the main event. Georgi Tsvetko, Michael Todd is coming right up.
Sun on my brow, steam curls like a flag. One small taste and my heart skips the drag.